Good morning in Australia and the rest of the world, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Hi, I want to talk about desensitizing the human race. Now, I've just watched a really disturbing video called "Are We Really Humans?" I would say to everyone, you need to watch this, because now I'll just explain the video to you. One clip is a dog gets knocked over on the road. Another dog who sees a dog on the motorway, busy motorway, cars going past. Another dog comes along and literally with its paws drags the dog off the road to the side of the road to safety until people come along and see to the dogs, you know. The dog survived right enough. Then it cuts to another video in China of a kid in it looks like a warehouse, and he gets hit by a van. And the van stops for a second, he goes, "Oh, what was that?" And then drives forward and rolls over the kid again. It's just disgusting. And then you see people just riding past and walking past, looking down, going, "Oh, it's a kid," and walks off. Then the mother turns up. Oh God, it's disgusting. It's disgusting how we have been desensitized in this world. We look at the bad things and laugh at them. Someone falls off their bike and cracks a skull open, and it's funny. People laugh. Ha ha ha! Look at you! You cracked your head open. You know. When did we get to this? When did the human race turn into disgusting, desensitized monsters? That's what we are. We're disgusting. It's horrible how we destroy everything. And then when that's all gone, we go somewhere else and destroy that too. I mean, when in our lives did we really turn to the dark side of reality? I mean, our brains are just so dumbed down and so inept of any compassion or empathy. It's disgusting. We call ourselves humans. Come on. We're not humans. We're just a byproduct of the system. The system that makes you feel inept and worthless if you don't have tons of stuff, that makes you the pillar of the society and community you live in. We look up to people that do bad things in this world. We do. We look up to commanders-in-chief of armies, and we look up to presidents, and we look up to prime ministers and all that. And these are the ones that are committing the atrocities around the world. But why do we look up to these people? That's my question. I haven't got an answer to it. I'm just asking the question. Why do we look up to these people? I think it is disgusting how we behave. We'd much rather, if we, like, I know people got dogs, make too much noise, and they go and kick it. I mean, how is that human? That's not human. You cannot walk around this world thinking that you can do what you want, when you want, and treat people with disgust and contempt. If they don't follow your way of thinking, you persecute these people. You know, you persecute people that think alternatively, you persecute people that help other people. You know, everyone knows you don't do anything in this life anymore without valuable reimbursement. People frown upon volunteers, they frown upon caseworkers that help the elderly. They frown upon that sort of stuff because it's not viable, it's not monetarily viable for them to do anything because they want reward. You want a pat on the back, you want You want the medal, the accolade. I think it's wrong. It's wrong how we are. It's wrong how we are today. It is. It's wrong how we behave. I mean, people talk about human nature. I don't actually call it human nature. I call it human behaviour. Our behaviour is disgusting. I mean, this planet. Look at the planet we're on. You know, we're meant to be a human race. We're meant to have humanity. We're meant to have compassion for our fellow human beings. But when you just look at armies and presidents, they don't have any compassion. They wouldn't think twice about sending the troops in and eradicating a whole race of people. Because that's how they think they can get the job done. And don't even start me on the Afghanistan war or the Iraqi war or any other war for that matter. This is not who we are. This is not what we should be doing. But why is it acceptable? Why is it that we see films on TV that are just full of death and destruction? How many bullets people can pile into people? And we think that's entertainment. No wonder there's so many problems in society, because the entertainment we be given is geared around death and destruction. And when you go out and kill someone, you think it's okay because it was okay that someone made a film on it. So you're going to go out and do it. I'm serious. This is what happens to people. You know, it's like a form of brainwashing. You brainwash the mind to believe that something so terrible is right that you go out and you do it and think, oh, that's okay. It's the norm. Everyone does it now. I mean, I would not be a part of it. If I saw someone on the road just being run over on a busy highway, I would not care. I would go out and help that person. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't drive past and go, oh, look at that. I wouldn't slow down in my car. Yeah, I've got a little story for you. We're in America, driving from San Francisco down to the border to go to Tijuana. And on the motorway there, or the freeway, whatever they call it, there was a car crash, a horrific car crash. I mean, there was about 5 or 6 cars involved. One of the cars was totally wrecked, and it obviously, I assumed that the people in that car had lost their lives. But you know what the bus driver did? He slows down and he gives us a running commentary on what's going on. I mean, how sick is that? I mean, seriously, do we really need to slow down and watch people suffer? I mean, is this what we are today? Do we thrive on suffering and pain of other people? Well, I'm sorry, I think we do. I think we actually do. People say, oh no, I'd help my fellow man. No, you wouldn't. I'm sorry, you wouldn't. I'm saying the majority of people wouldn't. They're so worried about, you know, themselves and how they get along in life. They don't care about anyone else. It's clearly evident. You know, it's everywhere in the world. No one cares what other people do or what other people say. You know. And, you know, okay, people do care what people say. And a lot of people do care what your peers say and what other people think. You know. But once you get away from that and you stop caring, right? Especially what people say about you, because what they say about you isn't always true. That is okay to forget about that, because, you know, at the end of the day, who cares what other people think? But when you watch and stand by and say watch someone taking a beating by 6 or 7 people, you are a party to that. But if you stepped in and took a beating yourself along with the person, then I think that's commendable, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to put yourself in harm's way for another person. And that's what I would do. I would put myself in harm's way to save another life. And not a lot of people can actually make that statement. You know, and whether it means that you have to learn to do that, or whether it means you have to see someone else do it for it to then click into your mind that that's what you should do, so be it. But today we're governed by what other people think. So what other people think is important at that point. But I would tell you, what other people think about you is not important at all. What other people think about you is just an opinion that they have of you. But man, we have to get back to our original state. We have to start believing that there is compassion out there. There is love for your fellow man. But I'm sorry, it seems to be a very, very sad state of affairs. I think that we have lost our compassion, our empathy, our love for our fellow man. We've lost all these things. But this is essentially what we were before all this bad and terrible stuff started happening on this planet, especially in the last 200 years. I just think it's sad. I really do. I just think that a lot of people have to realise that people hurt, people feel, and people love. I mean, at the end of the day, we all have to realise that we have to stick together, we have to help each other. Helping yourself is all very good for a very short space of time. But when you realise that helping yourself is only going to give you comfort for a very short time, if you help your fellow man, that'll stay with you for the rest of your life. You know, I just think it's so sad. I think it's sad how we have now come to this position in this planet of not caring, not loving. It's all hate, greed, you know, gluttony. All of these bad things that we hear about, that's what drives this society. I just think if we can get rid of that, then I just thought I might share that with you, because I just think it makes me feel sick in my stomach to think that I can call myself a human being amongst all of you. It makes me sick. We need to get back to reality. We need to get back to the compassionate, loving people that we really are. But anyway, thanks for listening, people. And I'll see you again on the airwaves soon. Thank you.